All right, so we're starting off our new topic in the school life unit, en la escuela. Escuela means school, so we're talking about places that you would find around the school. ¿Dónde está Danny? Danny está en la oficina. Oficina is a cognado. It means that it looks like an English word. It's spelled similar to it and it has the same meaning. So it means office. Danny is in the office. So we can gather from that the context clues. Donde está Danny means where is Danny? And then the response, Danny está en la oficina means Danny is in the office. Donde está means where is. El gimnasio, gym. La biblioteca, library. La oficina, office. La sala de clase, it's the classroom. La cafetería, cafeteria. El baño, restroom. El pasillo, the hallway. El bus escolar, school bus. All right, so to describe the location of somebody, we use the verb estar. It is used to not only express location, but how someone is feeling. So I can say, Danny está en la oficina, which means Danny is in the office. El café está frío, the coffee is cold. Mary está nerviosa, Mary is nervous. Now remember, we learned before that the other word for is es. So they have two words for is in Spanish, está and es. You use está whenever you're describing someone's feelings or their location or anything that can change. That's not a permanent characteristic. And then you use es when it's something that's more permanent, like saying she is a girl or she is tall. Those are things that are more permanent qualities of someone. So we use está whenever it's something that can change. Like they're not always going to be nervous. They're not always going to be in the office. Estar means to be. El, la estudiante, student. El, la alumno, that's also another word for student. Think about alum or alumni or alumnus. El profesor, la profesora, teacher. El director, la directora, principal. El enfermero, la enfermera is the nurse. El consejero, la consejera, counselor. All right, so objects you would find in the classroom, en la clase. La bandera, flag. El escritorio, desk. El pupitre, that's also a desk, but it's a student desk, more specifically. La pizarra, board, or it can refer to a chalkboard. La campana-bell. La basura, trash. La papelera, el bote de basura. Either one of those words, trash can. La silla is a chair. La mesa is a table. Now, when we're doing our assignments, and if you ever have a question between if something in a picture is a table or a desk, you can always ask me. All right, so here are our notes over the verb estar. We're going to learn how to form a sentence to identify the location of something. So maybe you can't find your pencil, and I'm saying your pencil is under your desk. Or you're trying to look for a person, and I can say, Mary is in the principal's office. So we're learning how to identify the location of someone in a complete sentence in Spanish. So here are your the conjugations of estar. Yo estoy means I am. Tú estás, you are. Él, ella, usted está means is, like he is, she is, or you formal are. And you use estar whenever you're describing the location of one person or thing. Nosotros estamos, we are. Ellos, ellas, ustedes están. That can be they are or y'all are. So that's for two or more people. So we use estar for how you feel and where you are. Always use the verb estar. That's the little rhyme that we use to remember it. So if you're describing your feelings, nervous, happy, mad, sad, or where you are, in the bed, in the car, at the football game, you use the verb estar. So let's practice right here where it says estar. I want you to type in the chat. What do you think, what form of estar you would use in these examples? So type the person as well as the conjugation of estar. All right, so if we look based on our chart, if we have tú, which means you, we want to say you are. All right, the conjugation for estar whenever the subject is tú is estás. According to our chart, if it's nosotros, it's going to be estamos. If it's ellos, it's going to be están because it's more than one person. All right, now Jose. Jose's name is not on this chart, but we do have a category here for persona. That means any person that we're talking about. If it's only one person that we're talking about, we can insert anybody's name, whether it's Maria, John, Zach, Abel, it doesn't matter the person's name. If we're talking about a single person, we can use this word that means is, which is está. All right. And then, of course, if we're talking about ourselves, saying yo or I, we use estoy. All right, so how do we put all of that in a complete sentence? Because right now it just says you are, we are, they are, Jose is. We want to actually construct a sentence. So on your assignment, you're going to see something similar to the examples below, where there's a picture and you have to describe where the person is located based on the picture clues. So in our first example, we have that someone is in the classroom and the subject is tú. So based on our chart, we look back up. The conjugation for estar we use when it's tú to say you are is estás. And then we want to say you are in, the word for in is en. And then our word for classroom, let's look on our vocab list. Our word for classroom is sala de clase. Sala de clase. So our whole sentence finished up will look like tú estás en la sala de clase. You are in the classroom. All right, so I'll give you just a moment to think about the next examples. For example 2, we have nosotros estamos en la biblioteca, which means we are in the library. We know that we use estamos because based on our chart, estamos is the conjugation of estar for nosotros. That is the first person plural form, and to say in, we use in, and according to our vocab list, the word for library is la biblioteca. All right, go ahead and pause your video so that you can think about the next examples before I show you the answers, maybe even write them down, and then we'll reveal the answers. Okay, so by now you should have had enough time to think about it. Let's go ahead and reveal the answers. Ellos están en el pasillo. José está en el baño, and that is the word for restroom on the vocab list. Yo estoy en la escuela. All right, so that concludes our notes over estar to be able to identify the location of places and things in Spanish. For more information and videos like this, please look on the YouTube channels. I've recorded more videos with different lessons and activities. And to receive notifications about other lessons, you can go ahead and subscribe. Adios.